In today's Your Money Matters, the year 2017 is almost in the rearview mirror, and we've got some important money moves you should be making before the year winds down. Craig Bolanos is founding partner with and CEO of Wealth Management Group. Craig, good to have you in. You know, there's so much to think about, holiday shopping and New Year's and all that, so it's hard to remember to think about financial moves you need to be making.
Well, you're right. We're all out shopping. We're all out celebrating. But, you know, the end of the year does have this responsibility for some financial housekeeping. And I thought we could go through a couple of talking points for our listening audience that applies to everybody.
And I see at the top of your list are FSAs. I actually had to look that up. Flexible spending account.
Well, that's because we have too many acronyms in the world of finance.
Well, we all know about IRAs, Roth IRAs, and the regular IRAs, but FSAs, a lot of people don't take advantage of those.
No, they don't. They come in, two forms. I mean, there's a dependent care FSA where you can put up to $5,000 a year.
And by the way, this is for medical expenses, just so everybody knows that.
Yeah, for medical expenses, even for dependent care expenses, what I call daycare. But my point of the FSA is if you don't empty the money from the account by December 31st, you can't assume your employer is going to let you roll it over to the next year. It's use it or lose it.
So is that one of the problems why more people don't use them? They don't know how much to put in. You might lose it because you put too much in, right?
Well, I think that's just it. I mean, it's intimidating. That's why the health savings account, a different varietal, has just gained such momentum and such traction because the HSA carries year to year.
Well, that's a whole nother segment. All right. Also on your list is to really increase your 401k savings. This is a challenge from you. Increase your 401k by 1% a year. That doesn't sound like a whole lot.
Well, it doesn't sound like a whole lot, but retirement is all about small improvements at the margins. And I think with the labor market, the jobs market being so good, people should expect to get a pay raise in 2018. And if your employer raises your wages 3-4%, I want 1% of that to go into your 401k. Take the difference and save it and spend it back home.
Yeah, because let's face it, savings rate in this country are pretty dismal, aren't they?
It's America knows we're undersaved. Everybody reads and hears. We should save 15% of our salary towards retirement, but too few of us do it. So if we can just incrementally move the needle to the positive, I think your retirement will thank you in the future.
Okay, this is the last month or last few weeks that you can still make charitable contributions for this year's.
Yeah, I mean, we get into the holiday, and I think we really start to realize how fortunate many people are, and we want to help those in need. And my job is to help investors give smarter. So I've got two ways to do that. Okay. If you're over 70 and a half and you take distributions from your retirement account, I want to do a qualified charitable distribution. Give money straight from your IRA to charity. It's the best option that's there. And if you're not...
Explain that, though. Why is that?
Well, the reason is, once we hit 70 and a half, the government forces us to take money out of our IRAs, our 401ks. And you don't necessarily want to put that income on your tax return. So if right now you're in the habit of giving money from your checking account to charity, that money in your checking account's already been taxed. But if you can give money from the IRA, then that income never lands on your tax return in the first place. Very powerful.
Okay, for those in the investor class out there, as they call it, this is a good.
Yes, right.
This is a good time to take some of those winners and some of the losers in the stock and get rid of them, sell them, take a loss.
Yeah,
right?
The investment community always talks about tax loss harvesting.
Yeah.
And that's not a 2017 thing. That's an every year thing. And if you have a diversified portfolio, you're going to have some winners, you're going to have some losers. I want people right now to take those paper losses and turn them into real losses and get a tax deduction on their 1040.
Right idea. And listen, just in 10 seconds, you're very confident in the market next year. You think it's a good time to stay in, have confidence.
I'm going to tell you a fairy tale. It's called Goldilocks, and that's what we're experiencing.
I like to hear that. Thank you, Craig.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
The Wealth Management Group has offices in Inverness and Downers Grove. For more information, visit investwithwmg.com. Craig Bolanos, good to have you.